My name's Gilbert Harrison, Sr. I'm a Native American Navajo from the Four Corners area. And right now our ranch is located at the foot of a Carrasco Mountain, which is about 30 miles west of Shiprock, New Mexico, close to the Four Corners area. That's where my ranch is located. My wife and I run a sheep ranch out there, and we graze, and that's where we're from. Ja, det her benefitten der. She Gilbert Harrison Senior and she. Dina gay shipwreck there go nasha. I know she. Between Snane Aqua and he and on a gay church Ilia Tor Ade, the Bena Kido, the Beba William, what on here, Nate Ash. Where we're doing our sheep ranching is at the foot of our Carrasco Mountain, like I said before. And we are down in a valley. And of course, we're in the arid area of the Navajo Nation. We raise sheep, and we generally keep our flock down to about 75, maybe less. But during the lambing seasons, it goes up a little higher. We don't have too much grass on our grazing area, so we have to supplement with other feed that we buy or we grow on our farm. This is during the winter right now. This is in February. Our lambs are being born, and we're going to be down at this camp, this ranch, for about the next 3 or 4 months. Then we follow the old tradition of migration. We're going to be moving up to the mountain, at the top of Carrasco Mountain, around the first part of June, and we spent the summer there. Some of the animals that we coexist with on the Navajo reservation, we have coyotes, we have in the mountains we have bears, we have mountain lions, we have those are the main ones that we have up there. But we have good sheepdogs, and they keep the two of our livestock and the predators apart. So we do well. We coexist. I think the uniqueness is that we have, especially where we raise our livestock, we have wide open areas. You know, there are areas where I would imagine people have never been. Only our sheep and our sheep herders, and sometimes us, we go out there, and it's unique during the summer and throughout most of the year. We have good clean air. We have good clean air. We don't have noise pollution. We don't have traffic pollution. We're sort of out in the boonies, which makes it nice. Way back when I was in my early childhood, my mom and we had a small farm and a small flock of sheep about 10 miles west of Shiprock. This was a different location. So I was exposed to it, and we did some ranching back then, but not a major. This is not a major ranching activity. It's more of a home activity. And then afterwards, I went to boarding school, and I got away from ranching for a while. I went to the military, United States Marines, and then I went to college, and then I got into my career as an engineer, and I met my wife during that time, and she had been born and raised amongst the sheep. You know, her family had sheep, so we got back into the sheep business at that time. This was about 25 years ago, and since then we've been pretty much active sheep ranchers, and we've gotten to know the system pretty well, how to maintain the herd and care for the herd and all of that. So I guess the big change was most of my career, I was in the engineering field, you know, highly technical, and it had very little to do with ranching. So from then on, we phased in a little bit, and it has worked out quite well. I did find that the sheep business and ranching business is a good therapy, as my wife calls it, from the everyday stress that you undergo, you know, with with a career. You know, you get timelines, you get meetings, you get decisions, and it's a good way to get away from everything, get back to nature, as we call it.